is Fields Auto Group Cubs pregame live.
All right, we're hoping the rain stays away and the Cubs take a shot at sweeping the Giants in a 4-game series at Wrigley for the first time since 1977. It'll be Jake Arrieta, perhaps the Cubs' hottest pitcher, against Jake Peavy. And welcome in to Cubs pregame live, brought to you by our fine corporate partners at the Fields Auto Group. I'm David Kaplan. He is former National League Rookie of the Year Todd Hollandsworth. Boy, what a buzz around this team. They win the first 3 and now have a chance to do something they haven't done since 1977.
Well, it seems like it's all coming together right now, and that's what everybody's excited about. The offense is starting to roll. The offense has depth to it. Everybody's getting hits, as we saw yesterday. Guys are driving in runs, scoring runs. It's been a variety. That's been the fun part of the offense. I'll always give credit to the pitching because the pitching has kept this story right where it needs to be all season long. We send one of our big guys to the mound today in Arrieta to get that 4-game sweep.
All right, let's take a look at those National League wildcard standings. As we mentioned at the top, Cubs in the second spot. They're 2.5 games up on the Giants. Pirates lead over the Cubs remains at 3.5 games after Pittsburgh won over the Dodgers yesterday. Nats are 4 games behind the Cubs. The D-backs 8 games off the pace. And there's the Cubs at a season high 61-48, 13 wins over. And do you believe, Todd Hollandsworth, those 61 wins here on the, what are we, the 9th of August? Those are the same number of wins they had for the entire 2012 season.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's been a great run. But, you know, the Cubs are in a position now where they don't have to look around too much. You don't have to look behind. You don't have to worry about what's going on in the National League East, who's playing well, what are the Nats doing. You're in position now to take care of your business every day. That becomes the focus. That becomes the talk in the clubhouse, boys. Let's do our job. We'll get to where we want to be. And right now, that's a lot. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of messages sent here in this series. But moving forward, it's a great position to be in where you don't have to gauge where everybody's watching. You heard Joe Madden talking about scoreboard watching. You don't really have to bother with that right now when you're taking care of business.
All right, for more on today's ball game, we go out to the friendly confines of beautiful Wrigley Field, and there is Kelly Crawl. Casey?
Good morning, guys. Well, it has been quite a stretch for the Cubs, certainly winning 9 of their last 10. A chance to sweep the Giants away this afternoon. And the young guns getting it done in this 4-game set. The 4 rookies have actually hit 7 of 14, 5 runs, 5 RBI, keep going on. And not to take away the defense we're seeing from Addison Russell at short, even Kyle Schwarber in left field. And let's also remember, this was the team, because of the young talent, that was still supposed to be a year away from a possible postseason run. And that is a storyline that Joe Madden just really isn't too concerned with.
The nice story would be that we get to the playoffs and are very successful in the playoffs. I mean, that would be the really nice story. I mean, I'm also pragmatic. I understand what everybody's saying. It's not, you know, it in a sense that is true, but why would you want to be satisfied with that when you get to this particular juncture and you're seeing our guys are maturing on a major league stage right now? Let's just keep it rolling. And I've always been talking about it all year. Aim high. The threat in not aiming high enough is that you can hit your mark always. So I want us to aim high.
Schwarber, a big part of that aiming high. He just continues to rake and basically set the tone for this entire lineup. Schwarber, another couple hits, big RBIs yesterday, hitting .417 this homestand. You'll see him back in the 2-hole again today and back in left field, juggling a lot of responsibilities, but his work ethic uncanny, according to this coaching staff, and his teammates equally impressed.
The whole lineup is kind of taking over the mentality of how he goes about it when he's up there, just hunting a heater, hunting a good pitch, middle of the zone, and putting a good swing on it. Guy's been aggressive at the plate, and well, you've seen the results. You know, it's pretty fun to watch.
He brings more of a presence, and I think that's more important than any home run or, you know, double that you can, you know, hit on the field. I mean, I think having his name in the lineup is, you know, extremely important to us, and obviously he's been a key role in our success, you know, recently, and you know, but I wouldn't expect anything else from him. I mean, the guy's a freak of nature, and it's been fun watching him play.
Listening to Brian Thayer use freak of nature to describe Kyle Schwarber. And actually, Addison Russell this morning had a new one, guys. The Speedy Hulk. That's what he's going with. He says, you know, the physique, obviously, but that guy's got some wheels. We'll see if the Cubs can stand behind him today and finish off the sweep against the Giants this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Kelly. We'll check in with Kelly again, I'm sure, later today. She'll be talking to Len and JD throughout the broadcast. All right, let's look at the Cubs lineup. Brought to you by our great partners at Wrigleyville Sports. Dexter Fowler right up at the top. Kyle Schwarber in the 2-hole hitting a robust 352. Coughlin, who's had a very nice series. Rizzo, an excellent weekend. Chris Bryant, Jorge Soler, Miguel Montero, Jake Arrieta in the 8-hole where Joe Madden likes his pitchers, and Addison Russell. Let's talk about Kyle Schwarber. Here's a kid. Nobody thought he was going to be here at this juncture, let alone making the impact on the team he is. Chris Bryant said, forget about the doubles, the singles, the home runs. His impact in the lineup, just being there. Talk about that.
Well, that's a huge statement. You know, it impresses me. I mean, when you hear your teammates talk about you in a way that says things of that nature, it's beyond the results. I mean, so much of the sport is driven by results and stats and numbers and everything. And, you know, success, we have to define it. When you start talking about a guy who's been here for about a month, and you start talking about presence, that's a huge statement coming from somebody who's been here almost all season, and Chris Bryant, and he gets an awful lot of attention on the National. So Schwarber is absolutely kind of having that impact. I know where people are going with this. He's that comfort guy. I used to say this about Andres Galarraga in the lineup. Never played with him, only played against him. But when he came up, didn't matter what he was doing, whether he was 0 for 20 or 20 for 20, you feared what he could do to a baseball and how he could change a game. Schwarber's has absolutely been doing that since he's been here. Even through the slumps, he's having impact, putting together good at-bats. And he is that calming presence in the lineup. It's really, really good to see. And now we're adding to that. And it's great to see how this offense is starting to roll around him.
You know, the other thing that's the big story from this weekend is Starlin Castro was told by Joe Madden, you're out of the lineup on Friday. He said this is not a day off. I can't tell you when you're going to play next.
Yeah, well,
be ready. This is the third consecutive game, no Starlin.
Well, it's unfortunate for Starlin. I mean, these are the circumstances. I mean, I told you last week, Cap, I said the only thing that's going to save him is his own performance. I mean, Joe's given him every opportunity this year to get it right. You know, what we've learned this weekend, whether it's Jason Hamill or, you know, wherever you want to go with this, is that it's go time. We're not going to play, you know, your track record speaks for itself, you know, a little leash here, a little time here. You know, we're to the point now where it all matters. And guess what? If somebody comes up, it's got 2 weeks under their belt, and they perform, they're going to play.
All right, talk hitting with us here for a second, because it looks like, you know, you got Schwarber just raking, Rizzo, all these guys putting a charge of it. Brian hits a bomb, you know, like literally 25 rows deep that you knew it was gone. It looks like Starlin's got a Nerf bat in his hand. There's just no solid contact. Why is that?
Well, the two things that stand out, if you want to compare him to Schwarber, the one thing that you look at is when you see Kyle get in the box, there's stability, there's a foundation, his legs are in place. I mean, he does what he does. You also look at his head, doesn't move. At the same time, Starlin's got moving parts in every which direction. When he gets fooled on a slider away, you kind of see that rear kind of slide out just a little bit. You know, he's trying to attack all the different pitches almost with different swings. There's a ton of movement right now. My best advice to Starlin would be to slow it down. Get back on the fastball. Eliminate the slider when he gets a new opportunity. Don't go up there like you have to go into the game and look for it. Just defend it, but get back on the fastball. He's got to get his foundation back. That's the one thing you see with Schwarber right now, is that no matter what happens, even when he's fooled, he typically keeps his hands back and gives himself a chance to defend the pitch. And again, he uses the entire field.
All right, Addison Russell now over at his natural position, shortstop. A 3-hit game yesterday. Well, he looked so much more comfortable at the plate over the last 30 days.
Yeah.
Now he's at his own position.
Well, it's been fun to watch Addison Russell develop as well. You know, his best is in front. We all know that. I mean, it's really coming. We knew that he was out of position over there at second base. His natural position is the shortstop position. He brings enthusiasm and passion to the lineup. We've seen that all season long, but I'm really excited for him. Listen, I've said this to you a million times, Cap, and I think you're seeing it firsthand, what I've always talked about when I say internal competition is a good thing. You've got it going on. Yes, Starlin has lost the position or lost his job, wherever you choose to, how you choose to look at that. But the point is this, Addison Russell's game seems to be getting better. You know, he's like, okay, it's my job. I have no desire to give it back. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I'm the starting shortstop for the Cubs from now until the end of the season. So that's what you want to see. For Starlin, hey, listen, he's going to have to dig deep when he gets that opportunity again, do his best to come through and fight for those at-bats.
You had to play a bunch of different positions. I know you played a little first base, some left, some right. Was all over the diamond. But here's a guy who, he's a shortstop. He knew to get to the big leagues. Your kid, can you play second? Yes. How much does that affect his presence at the plate now? 5 for 12 since he became the shortstop.
Well, personally, I actually like liked it. You know, it allowed me to get out of sometimes that mold that you get into. You know, you love the consistency of playing every day, but I always liked the, you know, starting over there at first base every once in a while. It gave me a new perspective on the game. And I think for Addison Russell and for young players alike, it's very valuable to learn multiple positions in your career. You may end up being something for, you know, he may end up being our shortstop for the next 10 years. But to know that he was able to play other positions, see the game from other spots on the field, see the game from other spots in the lineup is going to benefit you. It gives you you know, basically a circular perspective of how our game works.
All right, Jorge Soler on an 8-game hit streak, 11 for 28 over that stretch. He also looks more comfortable, getting more solid contact. There's a base hit the other night, and he hit one to the door later in the ballgame. I mean, just looks like he's more locked in.
Yeah, well, Cap, what's the one thing that stands out? The difference, you think back to his first half swing and the swing that he's kind of putting out there now, is that it looks like he's swinging with the same type of velocity, but it's under control. Tell me you don't see it. I see it every time, whether he's going up the middle or to his pull side. He's just staying clean and through the baseball. Real simple swing. Also, better pitch selection. That's the other thing that stands out with Soler as well, was expanding that strike zone a little bit too much in the first half, and you just see him putting together better at bats. So many guys heal themselves. They get themselves out of slumps when you see an offense start to roll. Yesterday's a great example of that. Everybody had a hip. Other than Cogs, everybody either scored a run or drove in a run yesterday. They're feeding off each other right now. There's nothing better than to be in a lineup, to be in an offense that feels like I don't have to be the one to get it done every time. This might be the only run, and you go up there with all the pressure in the world to get it done, and you feel it, and a lot of times you'll fail and not come through. Right now, these guys are feeding off each other. They're building innings. If I don't get it done, the guy behind me will.
All right, we've got to take our first time out of Cubs pregame live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. Coming up, look at the pitching matchup for today's ball game. Jake Arrieta to the bump for the Northsiders, looking to try and make it a lucky 13 wins this season.
This Cubs injury report is brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings and a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule, and it takes about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this, well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hi, baby. Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $29.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes 4G LTE.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Carly posts,
breaking up with the longest relationship I've ever had. Hashtag sad but true.
Good riddance, Carly.
Hashtag 96 months too long.
Oh, the car. Right. Well, now's the perfect time to head over to the Honda Summer Clearance event. We've got great deals on the Honda Civic, the best-selling car in its class. So ditch that loser.
Hey.
Still talking about the car.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Get your nibblers here! Get your nibblers right here! Poppable, shareable, craveable, your favorite classics with a crispy twist. New corn dog nibblers, crispy butterfly shrimp nibblers, creamy mac and cheese nibblers.
You can see the macaroni and cheese, and I love it.
Corn dog.
Shrimp's good.
Yum.
Nibbler shrimp toss.
Oh. Get your nibblers here only at White Castle. The crave is a powerful thing. Get your nibblers here!
All right, right, time for our ATI injury report. Tyler Mastella continues rehabbing down in the minor leagues. He works his way back from a rib cage injury suffered all the way back in April. Neil Ramirez signed out with soreness in his left abdominal. Zach Rosscup remains on the DL with left shoulder inflammation. However, today I read the Des Moines Register. Tommy Birch's fine column. He said Rosscup ready to come back to the big leagues. And Rafi Soriano on a 15-day DL with a right shoulder injury. All right, welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. Let's take a look at our DraftKings pitching matchup for today's ballgame. Couple of Jake Meisters, as Hawk would say. You got Jake Arrieta and Jake Peavy. 2-4 against 12-6. ERA for both guys. For Arrieta, elite. For Peavy, that's respectable. 45 1/3 because he's dealt with injuries. You see the strikeout to walk ratio, but he's pitched well as of late. Home runs, 5 allowed to 9 allowed. Arrieta, of course, 147 2/3.
Well, I'll take Jake Arrieta. You can have Jake Peavy.
I'll take Arrieta.
No, Arrieta's my guy, not yours. All right, here you go. Arrieta's been locked in. Here's the only thing you really got to concern yourself with. There's been a few walks his last few starts. I mean, what do I need to tell you, Cap? 6-1 over his last 9 starts with a 1.37 ERA. I mean, the one thing that stands out is those walks. But, I mean, this is a guy who has got the best stuff in the game. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's very comparable. When you factor in his fastball, cutter, curveball, changeup, and talk about them all, they're plus pitches. He's going to be using them all today. This is a tough lineup to navigate in the Giants. But again, really for me, the key is him keeping the ball down and not building trouble for himself with those walks. They usually happen on 3-2 pitches where he's, the hitter's really putting together at least a battling at bat against him. So maybe we can see him put away a few more of those guys quickly.
Left-handed hitting opponents, batting just a $113 against Jake Arrieta the past 30 days. That's second best in all of baseball. Arrieta on a run of 9 straight quality starts over that stretch, as Holly said, 6-1 with a 1.37 ERA. The question was asked to Miguel Montero on Twitter. If you got to a 1-game wild card, you could start anyone. Who you starting, Arrieta or Lester? He went with Arrieta.
Well, it's the stuff. It's not the competitor in either one of these guys. It's not who John Lester is or what his track record is or what he's done in the World Series. You asked me that question last week, and what did I tell you? I mean, I kind of feel the same way. And this is coming from a lefty, and believe me, I'm not in favor of lefty-lefty matchups, but Arrieta's stuff. I look at the swing and the misses. I tell you what I watch. I watch the reaction of the hitters in the box, and that's the one thing that really stands out. John does a fantastic job, keeps the ball down in the zone. Hitters are very confused against John, but when you look at Arrieta, with the tilt that he has and the velocity, the 95 and the 96 and the big hook to go along with it, guys are frustrated when they walk out of the box. I mean, I was thinking back to, I think it was a couple starts ago with Brewers, guys were shaking their heads. Every guy coming out of the box, that's dominant stuff. That's elite. That's size stuff. And the best thing about this is what Joe Madden says. He's got another level to get to. Oof. Where is that level at?
All right, as for Peavy, 8-5 with a 276 earning and 16 starts against the Chicago Cubs. He's won 3 of his last 4 pitching at a place he wanted to make his home at one point, the friendly compound.
Well, he's had a lot of success here. That certainly makes a lot of sense. Yeah, as you said, won 3 of his last 4 here. And he's been throwing the ball very well. 6 innings his last 3 starts, so only 1 walk stands out. Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball, change. But everything's got some downward tilt. Loves to pitch to the knees. Used to pitch above the letters a little bit for purpose, but you don't see that nearly as much anymore. You're going to have to watch out for that slider today. Its wipeout was working effectively in his last start against the Braves, really using it off the plate. So look away from the right-handed hitters and in on the lefties. That's the side of the plate that he likes to throw to, and again, keeping that ball down.
All right, we've got to take another timeout. When we return, we'll look at the lineup that Bruce Bochy will trot out for this afternoon's ballgame as the Cubs and the Giants wrap up a 4-game set here at Clark and Addison.
However you do sports, however you do fun, however you do summer, do it at Sports Authority. Shop thousands of great deals this summer. Sports Authority.
At Domino's, we don't put corn chips, pretzels, and pickles on pizza like our competitors. Much better. Get pizza without the gimmicks. Order 2 mediums with 2 toppings for $5.99 each.
This program on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Prism. Now your team can collaborate at a whole new level with video walls from Prism. Learn how at prism.com. Chicago's favorite spot for prime steaks, the freshest seafood, and world-famous Florida stone crab. Come on down to Joe's.
There is a family feeling here. It is a comfortable, car-related experience.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We simply treat people the way we want to be treated.
Whatever we bought, we wanted to buy it from here. You're going to feel good about the purchase. They're going to stand behind it. The service is beyond what you'd expect.
It includes our free loaners, free car washes, and cafes. It's all part of our Fields Matters program.
It's just been a great experience, and that's why I've continued to come back.
Fields Matters because you matter.
We're a Fields family, absolutely.
An important message for Americans in need of health insurance. If there's been a recent change in your life, you are eligible for immediate protection under the Affordable Care Act. If you're uninsured because you missed the enrollment deadline, we can help. To get the protection you need, you can visit the Healthcare Exchange and spend hours exploring your options. Or you can make a single call to Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you at no cost or obligation. Health Markets Insurance Agency searches thousands of health insurance plans on the exchange and off from more than 120 leading companies like United Healthcare, Humana, and more. We'll find you the right insurance coverage and guarantee the lowest price for plans we offer. And if you qualify for a government subsidy, we'll make sure you get the tax credits you deserve. Talk to us on the phone or meet with a local licensed representative. Why pay more than you have to or risk going without the coverage you need? Put our free service to work for you.
Call the number on your screen now. Operators are standing by. Get the coverage you need. Call now.
Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball.
Last year was probably my worst cumulative experience. I had a great season individually, but it didn't matter because there was just so much. It was always something going on with our team.
All right, that's this afternoon after Cubs postgame live. Our guy Ryan Mundy, one of the nicest guys in the game, explains why 2014 was the worst football experience of his life, while taking us behind the scenes of his first visit ever to Wrigley Field, where he throws out the first pitch and sings the 7th inning stretch. That's this afternoon, right after Cubs postgame live. Welcome back to that pregame show right here, brought to you by Fields Auto Group. Let's take a look at some of the lineups coming up. First, we'll start with our Built for Business presented by Comcast Business. Buster Posey's career numbers at Wrigley, as you would imagine, pretty good. 17 games, hitting .351, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Comcast Business built for business. All right, Posey, third in the NL in average at .332, third in the league in RBIs with 75, and he's the only constant among 3 world champions.
Well, you know, you watch Buster Posey's approach to the plate, uses the entire field. A lot of the same things that I would say about Kyle Schwarber have already that we love and appreciate, the balance, the consistency at home plate, the ability to hit the ball to all fields. The approach is Buster Posey. Watch the balance. I mean, even on some of these swings where he's, you know, fooled just a little bit. He's been on a tear. I mean, their offense, as good as it is, and we talk about the number of 300 hitters, Brandon Crawford down there at the bottom, driving in 70 already. This goes through Buster Posey. Their season and their success really rides on his shoulders.
Yeah, this guy is an elite player. And you think about that injury he had, that horrific injury at the plate, has led to the changing of the rules blocking home plate. And he has come back stronger than ever. Here's the Giants lineup. Norichika Aoki in left field. Blanco, Duffy, Posey, Pence, Belt, Crawford, Drainza, and Peavy.
Yeah, like I said, they're a talented group. You look at it, Duffy, Posey, Pence, Belt, and Crawford, that little group right in there, that's what you've really got to navigate very, very carefully. We've seen it already. Crawford going the other way, using the top field. I mean, the one thing that really stands out where these guys have taken their game, especially Crawford in particular, is that top hand. I think a few of them have been hanging out with Barry Bonds and talking about that top hand swing. He was one of the best I ever played against and talking about it. Watch the top hand, how he stays on top of the swing and drives through the baseball. Ton of power, driving in runs left and right. And again, they got a very, very long, lengthy lineup. But Belt has been doing it as well this year. They got 2 lefties who have really stepped up their game to go along with Posey and Pence.
Yeah, he's able to go oppo. I mean, these guys have a lot of power. And look at the run production. 71 RBIs from Brandon Crawford, who most fans go, who?
Well,
guy could really play. Posey 75.
Right. Yeah, I mean these guys can play. I told you this is one of the more dangerous lineups in the National League. There's no doubt about it. You know, advantage us is that their starting pitching has been a little bit down this year, and I think we've taken advantage of that in this series.
All right, got to take one more time out. We come back. We get Holly's keys to a Cubs victory. We'll both pick our key performers. The Cubs try to sweep the Giants out of the confines.
DirecTV is at it again with another so-called deal. With a $30 intro rate that jumps to over $100 after just 3 months, then shoots up to almost $200 after a year. The hits just keep on coming. Because you're locked into a 2-year contract that can cost up to $3,500. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Switch to an Xfinity X1 Double Play for $89.99 a month and lock in your rate for 2 years. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online.
Hey, Ralph Punzel.
Oh, hey, Ronnie.
Where are you headed?
Great Clips.
You're getting a haircut?
I checked in already. Using their online check-in.
Online check?
It saves you time.
You're getting a haircut.
Why? Thinking about applying to astronaut school.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll see you, Ronnie.
Next time, save time. Download the online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Matt posted,
Hashtag TBT. Loved this car until I was upside down on my payments. Hashtag expensive fad.
wow, you've aged great. Find a car to match, like the Civic at the Honda Summer Clearance event. With a rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's as modern as they come and won't break the bank.
It needs flames. Please ignore him.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Get your nibblers here! Get your nibblers right here! Poppable, shareable, craveable, your favorite classics with a crispy twist. New corn dog nibblers, crispy butterfly shrimp nibblers, creamy mac and cheese nibblers.
You can see the macaroni and cheese, and I love it.
Corn dog.
Shrimp's good.
Yum.
Nibbler shrimp toss.
Get your nibblers here only at White Castle. The crave is a powerful thing.
All right, we'll hope the rain stays away. Right now, we're going to have baseball for you. Cubs and the Giants. If the Cubs can win, they would sweep a 4-game set at the confines of San Francisco for the first time since 1977. Whoa. Time now. Todd Hollinsworth, keys to the ballgame.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, I covered it.
All right, there you go. Setting the tone. Cubs have done it in this series. There's no doubt about it. It's one thing that stands out. Listen, the Giants starters have not survived. They haven't been able to get through 5 innings in this one and have been able to set that tone early. Cap, you got a point on this one, though. Peavy's actually been pretty good early in ball games. Is that correct?
Jake Peavy has not allowed a run in the first inning in any of his last 14 games dating back to August 30, 2014. Chris Young has the longest active streak with 16. Jake Arrieta has the same streak, 12 straight.
Yeah, both these guys have been good early. So hopefully we can get out there and get this done, because I think it's real important in talking about today's game, because you want to knock the Giants down. This is getaway day for them. If you can get that lead and play it out in front, setting the tone will be huge. All right, number 2, here's how you do it. The Cubs lefties. Peavy has struggled with lefties away from his home ballpark, AT&T. That is a fact. 286, 390, 600 slug, and OPS near 1,000. Yes, he struggled with those lefties. Actually, 6 walks and 8 strikeouts. So again, I think there's a clear advantage there. Look to the top of our lineup. Fowler, Schwarber, Coughlin, Rizzo, all lefties, hoping to get it again done today. But I think there's a real opportunity for them to do it with those numbers in play as well. And then back to the pen. The way that this series is played out, I mean, when you play a 4-game series, Cap, you know everything about everybody. We've seen their bullpen. They've seen our bullpen. We know their starters. They know ours, how this has gone. But it's been a formula for success, and I feel like we've got a real advantage right there, especially if we can get Peavy out of there early. He's only gone 6 his last 3, which is pretty much what they've been looking for. But again, if we can get him out of there earlier than that, maybe ask that Giants bullpen to try to get 12 outs from us, I think we got a huge advantage. So with our guy Arrieta, I like our chances.
All right, our key performers today. I'm going to go with Chris Coghlan. Cogs, the lefty, starting to really come around. And you're going with?
I'm going to go with Riz. Why not? I'm going to stay with the hot hand.
Stay with the hot hand. Anthony Rizzo, Chris Coghlan, both have the same number of hits in the series. We'll see how this one plays out. Thank you for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. We're going to go out to Wrigley, and if you follow us on Twitter, he's at HollyTime28. I'm at the Catman. I'll have a bunch of great stats to get you set for today's ball game. Now, we go to Len and Jim DeShays with the broadcast of today's ball game. Gentlemen.
All right, Cap, Holly, thanks very much. Having a lot of fun here. Cubs getting settled in. They'll be in Chicago for almost the next 3 weeks. Weather today, maybe a little shaky, but hopefully we'll get this in without incident.
Yeah, it's been such a great vibe here this weekend in the ballpark. A lot of Giant fans in the house, Cub fans obviously representing, and it's been fun to watch these young kids play. You know, Anthony Rizzo has carried this club all summer long. You know, Bryant's had his fits and starts, but lately the young guys, Soler, Russell, really stepping up.
Yeah, yesterday the kids really had a good day against the Giants. 7 out of 14, a couple of doubles, a home run. Let's focus in on those kids.
Yeah, you know, Jorge Soler has been hot since the All-Star break. He's not hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but he's hitting for a high average. Kyle Schwarber has been, you know, somewhat mythical with what he has done so far. They're going to write songs about this kid, the way he's going. Addison Russell, 3-hit game, couple of doubles, RBI, single. As he's made the move over to shortstop, he's made a couple spectacular plays as well. We talked about Soler really hitting the ball hard, a lot of line drives, still not hitting the ball into the seats very much, but hopefully that will come. Speaking of into the seats, Chris Bryant, really good here at Wrigley Field. He had a big day yesterday, drove in 3, including that 2-run homer.
So, as I mentioned on the pregame show, they're knocking starters out early. The Giants starters have gone a combined 12 innings, so they're getting to the Giants bullpen, scoring runs here, and it just felt like it was a matter of time for this offense.
Well, the Cubs have won 9 out of 10, and in the early part of this run, it's been mostly about the starting pitching, but lately the bats have really heated up. They've scored 5 runs or more in their last 5 ball games. That's the only such streak of that nature that they've had all year.
Cubs have won 9 of their last 10. JD mentioned Addison Russell. Not only has he been good at the plate here in the second half, made a couple of key plays a couple of days ago at short, right around second base, and he had a chance to chat with Kelly Crawl earlier.
Thanks a lot, guys. Here with Addison Russell making your 3rd start at short today. Joe Madden used the phrase just like getting back on a bike the other day for that. Do you feel like when you're out there at that position, that's kind of the truth?
Yeah, somewhat. You know, it's the position that I've been playing ever since I was a little kid. This is where like I feel most comfortable. I feel at home. You know, I definitely have a lot of fun playing that position.
When you say somewhat, that makes me think that maybe there was a little bit of an adjustment period. What has been a little different for you?
You know, it's just trying to learn the runners and stuff. Just trying to learn the batter's tendencies and swings and stuff, and just trying to read their swings. You know, I'm just trying to follow the pitch where the pitch is trying to locate, and then that's normally how I get my first step at short. You know, it's just different from the second base side, you know, as opposed to the shortstop side. So there's some things you have to think about.
Well, and you're doing one heck of a job offensively as well. The whole team, really. This has been quite a stretch for you guys. When it comes to playing playoff caliber teams like the Giants who are here this weekend, what have you said to yourself or the approach you've taken to not be maybe overwhelmed in these situations? Because with 40,000+ out there, it can be that way.
Oh, yeah. We just try to stay aggressive, you know, just try to score runs at any point in the game, you know, just trying to do whatever we can to score runs, just trying to help the team. You know, double plays are huge. Just trying to do the small things to help out the team.
Okay, well, Chris Bryant used the phrase freak of nature to describe Kyle Schwarber. What's your best description for him right now and what he's doing?
I would say a fast Hulk. I mean, the kid's unbelievable. He's strong. He's good behind the plate, and of course he can hit.
A fast Hulk. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I really like that, guys. That's pretty good. Addison Russell, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
I appreciate it.
There you go, Addison Russell, guys.
All right, Kelly, thanks. Good stuff. And, yeah, shortstop his natural position. He was so good defensively at second base, but that transition back to his normal spot has gone very smoothly.
Yeah, well, he's such a good athlete. He's so explosive. You knew he could play the position. And so the question going forward is, when Starlin Castro does play, is he at short and Russell move back to second, or do they try Starlin at second base and just say, you know, Andy Russell's our best shortstop, let's just leave him there?
Yeah, it'll be Chris Coughlin at second. Again today, Schwarber in left, Miguel Montero with a second straight start off the DL back to the plate. Jake Peavy, Jake Arrieta, the pitching matchup. We'll focus on those guys a little later, and we'll hear from the manager, Joe Madden, when we return.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
There is a family feeling here. It is a comfortable car-related experience.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We simply treat people the way we want to be treated.
Whatever we bought, we wanted to buy it from here. You're going to feel good about the purchase. They're going to stand behind it. The service is beyond what you'd expect.
It includes our free loaners, free car washes, and cafes. It's all part of our Fields Matters program.
It's just been a great experience, and that's why I've continued to come back.
Fields matters because you matter.
We're a Fields family, absolutely.
However you do sports, however you do fun, however you do summer, do it at Sports Authority. Shop thousands of great deals this summer. Sports Authority.
We are now accepting students for the Domino's Pizza School. Hey guys, why don't you go outside? We'll make some pizzas together. Come on up.
Don't tell that I'm here.
I won't tell him.
Okay.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai, all backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead, only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit GeraldHyundai.com.
The Dan, the myth, the man.
Have fun.
The best of the Dan Patrick Show, weekdays on CSN Chicago.
Who's with me?
Are you kidding me?
Come on this side of the glass and say that to me, you little punk.
I can't believe they let us do this show.
Catch the best of the Dan Patrick Show tomorrow at 4:30 on CSN Chicago.
Seriously, I can't.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field. Cubs going for the 4-game sweep over the San Francisco Giants. This young club looking like it's starting to gel. And let's hear from manager Joe Madden.
But there's been a lot of consistency within this group also. A lot of the same guys out there for the most part. I think really good teams do evolve during the course of a season. You're going to be surprised by some performances in a better way. Sometimes you're surprised by performance in a lesser way too. And then of course, like you've just seen, we've had some great additions here towards the end through acquisition. So I just think that in general, I'm always looking for teams to get better by August than you were in April. You're always looking for that. I mean, that's my minor league training. You get when you start on in managing in the low A ball stuff. I mean, the biggest thing you want to see done there is that players get better. And we've been developing on the major league level here this whole summer, and you're seeing guys get better. So that's a good thing, and that's a real tribute to the player themselves along with the coaching staff. They've done a great job with these guys. So I think we're definitely trending in the right direction as of right now.
Cubs in an interesting stretch here schedule-wise. They will spend a total of 19 consecutive days in Chicago with a couple of off days as well. And the only road games during this stretch will be on the south side next weekend. And starting Tuesday night against the Brewers, 13 in a row against teams with sub-500 records. Cubs have won 9 of their last 10 as they get set to take on the San Francisco Giants. We're moments away from Cubs baseball here on Comcast Sportsnet.
House, bottom of the 9, 2 outs. Well, how about this moment for the kid?
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Drive a new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough, for just $249 a month. See your local Ford dealer today.
A strong business needs to be connected. The right location will provide everything a company needs to grow. Elk Grove Village is home to a community of over 3,600 companies. It's surrounded by highways. Its freight rail served, and its next-door neighbor is the world's busiest airport. So when it comes to being connected, we have options. Elk Grove Village. Makers wanted.
You stream music, movies, TV, stuff you shouldn't watch in public, like that guy. Everything's on demand, so why wait 2 years to upgrade your phone? What if you made the wrong choice? Or an even wronger choice?
Yeah, I know.
And you. Hi, I'm on this phone to tell you more about phones. Oh, you actually chose wisely.
Introducing Jump on Demand. Get the phone you want when you want, including a new iPhone 6 for $0 up front at just $15 a month.
Tom posted.
Dogs grew, car didn't. Hashtag Great Dane problems.
Wow, how old are they?
8 months.
You're gonna need a CRV, and you can find a great deal on one at the Honda Summer Clearance event. The CRV is Motor Trend's 2015 Sport Utility of the Year and a 2015 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Oh, he likes it.
Perfect.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Hey everyone, Kelly Crawl inviting you to join us for Sportsnet Central, presented by Comcast Business at 6:30. It's the two Jakes on the north side, Arrieta versus PV, as the Cubs look to break out the brooms in their 4-game set with the Giants. Plus, the White Sox turn to Jose Quintana to stop their slide and avoid the sweep in Kansas City. All that and a whole lot more when you join us tonight at 6:30.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The hottest team in baseball, fueled by its young arsenal, goes for a 4-game sweep of the defending world champs. Next on Comcast Sportsnet. From beautiful Wrigley Field here in Chicago, we're set for Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet. Today, the Cubs go for a 4-game sweep over the wild card contending San Francisco Giants. Great to have you with us. Hope your weekend is going well. We're having a lot of fun. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. The Cubs have rattled off 9 out of 10, and they have jumped past the Giants and into second in the wild card race.
Yeah, Giants are not having a lot of fun. Came to town with a half-game lead over the Cubs for that second wild card spot, but 3 in a row by the Cubs has propelled them 2.5 games better than the Giants. And San Francisco has to deal with one of the best pitchers in baseball today. Jake Arrieta goes to the mound for the Cubs.
Yeah, and as we get into the pitching matchup, a couple of veteran guys. Jake Peavy's had an injury-plagued season. Jake Arrieta is putting together maybe the best year of his life.
Yeah, Jake Peavy, and he's been solid since coming off the DL. His last 4 starts, he's 2-0 with a 2.96 ERA. Typically does not pitch deep into games. That's been an issue for the Giants in this series. Jake Arrieta has been rock solid over an extended period of time now. 8-2 with a .196 over his last 12 starts.
So they've already taken the series. First time at home. They've beaten the Giants in a set since 2008. They haven't swept them at a 4-game set at Wrigley Field since 1977. Giants and Cubs to wrap up the series next.
Kids are expensive, so I'm always looking to get more for my money. That's why I switched from Uverse to Xfinity. They have the most free on-demand TV shows and movies on all my devices. It's perfect for me because my kids are costing me a fortune.
I'm going to Cabo!
Don't settle for Uverse. Xfinity is perfect for people who want more entertainment for their money. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Gerald Kia of North Aurora knows how to put an all-new car buying experience at your fingertips. It's because we understand what you want. You want an award-winning dealer that can deliver excellent customer satisfaction. You want a huge Kia inventory so you can drive home today in the Kia of your choice. And you want the security of a lifetime warranty that you can only get at Gerald Kia. With customer satisfaction, a huge inventory, and a lifetime of service, Gerald Kia has what you want. Gerald Kia of North Aurora at I-88 Orchard Road is always a better deal. I guarantee it.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Welcome back. Overcast skies. We do have a threat of rain, but so far so good. And the fans got here early today. So the fans get here right when the gates open, and then when the game ends, they don't want to leave.
Yeah, well, it's been a party atmosphere here. The Cubs playing great baseball. Jam-packed Wrigley Field. You're right. Nobody wants to leave. They're relishing in all this Cub winning. It's like you have to kind of turn the lights out. Okay, folks, thanks for coming. Time to go home.
And there are a lot of Giants fans in town this weekend, but as you mentioned, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for them. Well, their favorite team, as they're just trying to get out of here, salvaging one. And this is the end of a long road trip for San Francisco. They're 3-6 on a road trip that will end today. So the Cubs take the field behind right-hander Jake Arrieta, already a career best. 12 victories, and the Giants Southwest starting nine looks like this. Aoki in the leadoff spot. Gregor Blanco spelling Angel Pagan. Duffy, Posey, Hence 3-4-5 as we've seen pretty much throughout the weekend. Brandon Belt has homered twice in this series. Brandon Crawford's the shortstop. A-Ray Adrianza plays second, and Jake Peavy, the pitcher, will hit ninth.
Cubs defensively, so far so good with Schwarber and left, Coughlin at second. They've handled every ball hit to them well. Schwarber joined by Fowler and Soler in the outfield. Coughlin joined by Anthony Rizzo on the right side of the infield. The left side features the youngsters Addison Russell and Chris Bryant. Miguel Montero back from the DL made the start yesterday, and he's behind home plate again today for our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher, Mr. Jake Arrieta, and he works for the 23rd time. Glittering numbers at .250 ERA, good for 6th best in the National League, and you'll find his name all over the top 10 in just about every significant pitching category.
It's Jim Reynolds behind the plate, 4-game set, so each umpire has worked each base. Gonzalez at first, Schreiber at second, and Culbreth at third. He's the crew chief. Win today would improve the Cubs to 31-24 at home. That is their record on the road. And they've gone 13-9 against the West, 4 over against the Central. They're 6 above 500 versus the East.
4th best record in the National League, tied for the 5th best record in Major League Baseball.
So that sets the scene, and it'll be Nori Aoki against Arrieta to start it. Jake facing the Giants for the 3rd time. Bryant in on the grass at third. Outfield not very deep. Pitch toward the gaps on the corners. And the first pitch is a sinker at 93 just off the outside corner.
Last time out, a somewhat typical Arrieta start. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and a 5-0 win over the Pirates.
A pop-up back of short. It's Addison Russell to make the catch. Our pregame guest. Good stuff from the 21-year-old rookie as he chatted with Kelly Crow. 77 degrees. We've got an east wind, although it's shifted a little bit. Right now it looks like out of the southeast. 6 miles an hour. Gregor Blanco takes ball 1. 56th start for him. He's played all 3 outfield spots, and this is his only starting assignment of the weekend. 0 for 4 in the first 3 games.
Aoki and Blanco at the top of the order. 2 guys pretty good on base skills, setting it up for the middle of this Giant lineup. A very deep, dangerous lineup that the Cubs have held in check here for the most part this weekend. Giants made some noise yesterday, especially late, but the Cubs hung on, ultimately closed it out, 1-8-6.
1-2 the count. They're going in. That's where Montero wanted it. Let's set up this next pitch. 2-2. Duffy on deck. Ball at 96, bounded foul.
I mentioned Jake all over the leaderboard in the National League. 4th in strikeouts, 6th in on-base plus slugging against, 7th in batting average against, 6th in whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched.
Swing and a miss. He got him.
Like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get from Arrieta, and they're all tasty. I mean, all of his offerings are plus, you know, changeup sometimes can be a little inconsistent for him, but cutter, curveball, heater, all plus pitches for Jake.
That was the classic pecan cluster. And here's Duffy. So Duffy yesterday went 0 for 5. That snapped a 9-game hitting streak. It was his 19th game of at least 5 at-bats this year, and the first time he has gone hitless in those games. Strike called, 1-1. Curve strike, 1-2.
Say hello to Uncle Charlie. Got Blanco with the hook. Snaps off a good one here to Duffy.
Arrieta, 29 years old, 6'4", 225. 120th career start. That one out toward the alley in right center. And it's going to split Fowler and Soler, and that ball gets all the way to the wall. Duffy on his way to third. And it's a 2-out triple. And Duffy with his 5th 3-base hit of the year.
This has happened a couple times this year. Normally you don't see 3-base hits in the alleys in this ballpark because they are so short. But Fowler not able to flag it down. Soler got a little bit of a late break on it. Duffy ends up at third base. Not overly significant with 2 outs. Usually in this ballpark, the triples come in the corners.
Now their most dangerous hitter, Buster Posey, hitting .415 with 34 knocked in his last 34 contests. And he hits a ground ball right to Russell, and this will get Arrieta out of the first inning on 13 pitches. The Cubs are coming up against 34-year-old righty Jake Peavy.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey guys, check it out. Flashlight.
Air horn. Go.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Amazing Cascade video walls from Prism. Learn more at prism.com.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the leading edge connectivity of the Lexus ES. With available technology to help you find just what you're looking for. Come in to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most luxurious models. Lease the 2015 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
To win a national championship once is a big deal. Binny's Beverage Depot has won it 3 times as National Retailer of the Year for wine, spirits, and beer. Low prices, a gigantic selection, and super service. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
With Hotels.com rewards, I earn free nights that I can use at any type of hotel with no blackout dates, which is why most of this legal copy is just instructions on how to win a free trip. Instructions actually written in this legal copy. Use your DVR to read them. This is the pre-recorded voice of Captain Obvious. I am not a ventriloquist.
If today's Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. Cubs Southwest starting lineup, 377 walks, tied for the Major League lead with the Dodgers. Fowler, Schwarber, Coghlan, 1, 2, 3. Rizzo, Bryant, Soler, 4 through 6. Montero, second game back for the DL. Arrieta and Russell. Jake Peavy ready to work. Familiar with the Cubs, familiar with this ballpark, and Fowler fouls.
Peavy, 34 years of age now. He's been in the league a long time. 13th year in the big leagues. 3-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner in 07.
This is start number 9 for him. Went on the DL in mid-April, missed 2.5 months with back and hip issues. Off the plate inside, and it's 2-1. We'll say it again. Bruce Bochy needs length today. 4 innings from starting pitchers in each of the first 3 games of this series for the Giants. Outside corner, 2-2.
Peavy throws a lot of cut fastballs now. He'll also sink it. Change up, curve, slider. He's one of those very crafty out there. Very good at shaping his breaking pitches, manipulating the ball. He's not going to overpower you in terms of his velocity. Tough-minded guy.
World Series ring each of the last 2 years with the Red Sox and the Giants. He's from Alabama, and he's been doing this for a long time. Already his 14th Major League season. Full count, 3-2. Kyle Schwarber on deck. Cutter has bounced foul in and out of the Giants dugout.
Yeah, Peavy made a couple starts in April. The Giants were going to put him on the DL, and he talked his way out of it and said, no, I'll be able to work through these back issues. That proved not to be the case. So they shut him down. 2-2 with a 263 in his last 6 games since returning.
Big day for Fowler yesterday. Reaching base 3 more times. Career high 22 game on base streak. Ninth pitch for Peavy already. Still facing his first hitter.
Now, regardless of the outcome of this at bat, it's been a very good at bat for Fowler. They're going to bite out of Peavy here, making him work awfully hard. When last we saw Jake Peavy, it was August of last year here at Wrigley, and he pitched well. 7 innings, 10 hits, but didn't walk anybody and only allowed 2 runs.
The time before that, he was with Boston. It was at Fenway Park. And he lost to Jake Arrieta 2-0 in that particular game. Number 1 hit foul.
Fans recognizing his battle, yeah.
The work done by Fowler. Five consecutive foul balls. Took him a dozen pitches, though.
Peavy didn't yield, hung in, and ultimately got Fowler. Defensively, the Giants set up this way this afternoon. Aoki out there in left, Blanco center, Hunter Pence is the right fielder. Crawford really sharp at short. He's joined by Matt Duffy on the left side of the infield. Adrianza Belt second first. Posey, boy, he's been good behind the plate. And Peavy, who's out there on the mound. Buster Posey has thrown out 46% of would-be base stealers this year. That's tops among frontline catchers.
It's a lot of would-be.
That's a lot of would-be. That's a lot of guys jogging back to the dugout saying, check the replay. I think I was in there.
1-0 on Kyle Schwarber's got some streaks. 6-game hit streak, 6-game run streak, 4-game RBI streak.
Every game with at least one rocket streak.
Yep. Off to a blistering start to this month of August. 27 plate appearances, 14 reaches, including 10 hits. Yeah, must see at bats. And Kyle Schwarber's at the dish. Two and two. This spot in the lineup has served him well. Small sample sizes. And hitting second has suited him well.
Well, I think he put up really good numbers regardless of where he hit. Clearly, the Giants have decided they're going to pitch him up out of the zone. A lot of left-handed hitters have a hole up and in. He's a little different than some of those guys. He can get to that high pitch, but it can be a chase pitch for him.
Two balls, two strikes.
And that's the thing with Peavy. Even if he's walking people, if he's working behind in the count, usually it's by design. He doesn't want to give in.
This is not the sort of pace he was looking for sure. 12 pitches to the leadoff hitter. And now 7 already to Schwarber.
And Dave Rigetti looking down at that counter all pitching coaches use, clicking away with each pitch, going, come on, man.
Here it is. He walked in. Here comes Chris Coughlin playing second for the third straight day. Cubs will be off tomorrow. First official off day, although remember they did have the rain out Monday. Played 4 innings in Pittsburgh in over 2 weeks. Duffy pulled in at third. Tones right on the edge of the grass. Double play depth up the middle. Belt holds on Schwarber. He's got a pretty good lead at first. And strike one on Coughlin. Eighth time he's batted third in the Cubs order. They're 7-0. And he's hit in this spot. One and one.
There's 4 out of
Easy
10.
sky today.
Yeah, it is.
Lights
Cleared
are
up a
on.
little bit, though. 4 out of 10 Coughlin against Peavy in his career.
He's got his initials on his face.
He was destined to be a Cub.
Rizzo on deck. Just getting started. Peavy laboring here in the first. Strikeout, a walk, and now a 2-1 to Coughlin, and it catches the outer edge. 2-2.
Probably a little bit outside.
It's a sign from Posey. There it is. Called strike 3. We're out number 2.
Previous one looked to be off the outside corner. This one caught the corner. Strikeout, walk, strikeout. For Peavy here as he deals with Anthony Rizzo.
Day after his 26th birthday, Anthony Rizzo. That's with a man on. 2 down here in the first. Fouled back. Hunter Pence plays a particularly deep right. And we've got Adrianza, the second baseman, way out in the grass in right in the pull shift.
I guess Adrianza's positioning allows Pence to play a little deeper.
Outside for a ball. Cubs dugout has fun with the walk-up music. Castro's at bats, and Rizzo will find a groove with a walk-up tune. They'll start clapping in unison. It's fun. They're encouraged to have fun. What a novel concept.
Fun in games.
1-2. Sun peeking through the clouds. Good day if you're a position player to have the flip downs, or at least have the sunglasses in your back pocket just in case. Lined out toward the alley, and it'll drop down. Schwarber will make the turn. Aoki gets it back in towards second base. They're at the corners for Chris Bryant.
Cubs have had leads in the first 3 games of this series, threatening to do it again here this afternoon. This ball up in the zone, belt high, maybe a little above the belt. Rizzo dumps it into left center. Schwarber scoots on over to third.
Well, you referenced the Fowler plate appearance. Said no matter what the result is, it'll be a good one, and you were right. 12 pitches. Kind of feels that way about this inning. You'd like to score against Peavy, but at the very least you've made him throw 30+ pitches. Bryant just got a piece of it.
Yeah, it's not a bad consolation prize. Obviously, like to put a run or 2 on the board, but forcing the starting pitcher to work as hard as Peavy has had to work here in this inning. Certainly a plus for that guy. That's the thing, you know, Bruce Bochy wants to get length out of Peavy here today. But, you know, he's had all those back problems. He's pitched a lot of innings in his career, so you're always mindful of that, how hard you want to push a guy. Last time out, he threw a season-high 106 pitches and an 8-3 win over Atlanta. He was really good, allowed just 1 run in 6 innings. He's pitched exactly 6 innings in each of his last 3 starts.
Bat, shallow right. I mentioned Pence plays deep. That ball will drop in front of him. Schwarber scores. Rizzo to third. It's 1-0.
They don't have to settle for a consolation prize. On the board, a thing of beauty off the end of the bat for Chris Bryant. He drove in 3 yesterday. Just a little gap wedge into shallow right. Tough read for the outfielder. A big guy like Bryant hits the ball with that trajectory. They're loving it in the Cubs dugout. It's funny, we get those shots in the dugout, and I think Mike Borzello and Chris Mazzio are having more fun than any of the players.
Soler with runners at first and third. Eight-game hitting streak. And hitting .346 over his last 14. As JD mentioned in our pregame coverage, not a lot of power here as of late, but he's racking up base hits. 2-0.
Yeah, and they're not cheap hits. He's squaring the ball up and hitting it hard on the ground or line drives. Yeah, that'll work. We'll take it. I think the power will eventually come for Soler as he evolves.
Two and 0 on him. Pitcher's strike. 2-1. Peavy getting aggravated with himself. He is notorious for screaming at himself on the mound, and this has been one of those innings for him. The Cubs just relentless. These deep counts. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, that's the thing, and it's not like he's made a lot of mistakes. I mean, he's trying to keep the ball on the edges. He's got a game plan. He's working Schwarber up in the zone. Just couldn't finish Schwarber. Kyle worked the walk. That was a big key. I think the ball Rizzo hit, I think that was the pitch he was trying to make, and I think the same applies to the Bryant hit. Sometimes you make good pitches and get beat.
And 2. Said that a lot this inning. Montero next. That'll get Bryant on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. By the way, Schwarber with that run was a 7-game run streak. There goes Bryant. The 3-2 is bounced to third. Duffy will glove. Fire to belt to end the inning. A nearly 40-pitch inning. I believe 38 officially for Jake Peavy. 1-0 Cubs.
We invented low fares. Then everyone else pretty much tried to follow. We call it the Southwest effect. But other airlines probably use more colorful language. Low fares. We don't just have them. We invented them. And here we go again. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
When a day's work was mining for gold under the frozen ground for 12 straight hours, happy hour had a whole new meaning. And when the men sat down for their banquet, Mr. Coors brought a beer worthy of the occasion, a beer that's still known as the banquet beer.
Everybody talks. It started with the whisper.
People just can't stop talking about Ford. Announcing the Ford Summer Sales Event. Now get our best offers of the year on Focus, Fusion, and Escape. 0% financing for 72 months, plus $750 cash back and no payments until fall. That's 0% financing for 72 months, plus $750 bonus cash and no payments until fall on Fusion, Escape, and Focus. So hurry to the Ford Summer Sales Event.
We know you live and die with your Cubs.
And that's why visiting CSN Chicago's Cubs page is the best move you can make to get your North Side baseball fix.
Insider Patrick Mooney charges into the clubhouse to chase down the biggest team and player news. Who's coming, who's going, and who's ready to break out next.
Then, during the game, plug into the Cubs Pulse page and score big with team intel, stats, streaming video, and social media buzz.
Or connect with other diehards by using the hashtag Cubs Talk.
Visit our Cubs page at csnchicago.com, brought to you by Wintrust.
Cubs won! Giants nothing. Cub fans, let's go. We've hit the stretch run. Don't miss your chance to catch a game at beautiful Wrigley Field. The Brewers are in town. A 3-game set starts Tuesday night. Good seats still available. Visit Cubs.com today. Come on out. Join in the fun.
Well, until their buddy comes back in the bleachers, it's Cubs 1, Giants nothing.
What happened?
These guys had their chests painted. I did not see the C. I just saw UBS. There's Hunter Pence. He comes in with a 14-game Wrigley Field hitting streak dating back to 2012 with the Phillies. Had a good weekend at the plate. 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 runs. The 0-1 from Arrieta is rolled to Bryant. Brandon Belt has got 2 hits his last 21 at bats, but both hits have left the yard and both have come in this series. 15 on the year. Squares to bunt with the big shift put on. Russell had to charge from short. And he took it for a strike.
Curveball. Not a bad idea if you're a guy like Belton. They shift for you. If you're facing a pitcher you haven't seen much of, first time in the game, you want to take a look at a pitch anyway. Just flash that bunt. Give everybody something to think about.
Strange to say because you don't often think about this part of the order, but is it safe to say the Giants have the best 5, 6, 7 trio in the National League, if not all of baseball?
Yeah, without breaking it all down and looking at all the other clubs, it'd be a pretty safe bet. Brandon Crawford, who's up after Belt, has hit 19 home runs, driven in 71, and he's batting 7th.
Montero wanted time, wanted to make sure he knows exactly what Jake wants to throw.
Yeah, this is Belt's first plate appearance against Jake Arrieta in his career. Not much of a book for any of their guys on Jake. Pence has faced him 4 times. That's the most.
Bottom just fell right out of that curveball. Second strikeout for Arrieta.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a pitcher a while to get the feel for the breaking pitch. The curveball usually more so than the slider because it is a bigger breaking pitch, but Arrieta's got very good feel for that offering. That usually means a tough day for the hitters. Left-handed hitters hitting just 185 against Jake coming into this one.
Crawford with 2 outs, nobody on. It's going to be 3 outs as it goes 3-1. Peavy back to work after a 38-pitch first. 1-0 Cubs.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
It's called the domino effect. It starts with a plan that evolves into an action that produces a result. That result is the grand opening of the all-new Elgin Toyota with our state-of-the-art business center, and save time with our exclusive Toyota Express maintenance. Browse over 1,000 new Toyotas and 400 used vehicles. Feel comfortable knowing that we speak your language. The grand opening sale going on now at Elgin Toyota, where Naperville Road ends and savings begin.
You stream music, movies, TV, stuff you shouldn't watch in public, like that guy. Everything's on demand, so why wait 2 years to upgrade your phone? What if you made the wrong choice? Or an even wronger choice?
Yeah, I know.
And you. Hi, I'm on this phone to tell you more about phones. Oh, you actually chose wisely.
Introducing Jump on Demand. Get the phone you want when you want, including a new iPhone 6 for $0 upfront and just $15 a month.
Bottom of the second, 1-0 Cubs this Saturday. Come out and enjoy the Under Armour All-American game here at Wrigley Field. This is your first chance to catch the country's best high school baseball players. Ryan Dempster will be signing autographs from 3 to 4 inside the ballpark. Get free tickets while they last. Available at the Cubs store on Clark and Addison through Friday the 14th. Limit 6 per person, please. No purchase necessary. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
That's it?
Yeah, descriptions and accounts of the Under Armour All-Star baseball game.
Montero bounces foul. Good to see Mike Leary as we came back from break. Blackhawks White Sox producer here on Comcast Sportsnet. 1-1 to Miguel. Just off the DL. Activated Friday, got back in the lineup yesterday. High in the air, right center. Blanco's got it.
It's been a tough go for the Giants starting pitchers in this series. All 3 maxing out 4 innings or 4 plus a couple of hitters. Henson, the rookie, Vogelsong, the veteran, Matt Cain yesterday. All having a tough time with this Cub lineup.
Here's Arrieta. 6 out of 42. All 6 of his hits have come over his last 8 starts, and he cranks one to deep right. Pence is back. He's at the wall, and it's off the wall. Arrieta around second on his way to third. The throw there. Late. A triple.
The pitcher triple, much more unlikely than the pitcher home run, and this time he goes the opposite way. And the wind's not helping in that direction either. Otherwise, this flies out of the ballpark. Looked like Pence maybe had it measured. I guarantee you, as he approached second base, Joe Madden saying, no, don't go, just settle in. And it looked like he was inclined to as he went down the first base line, but he saw the opportunity to push it, and off he went.
Second career triple for Jake. He's now 7 for his last 21 with a home run and this triple. Infield about halfway in. And a strike on Addison Russell. Yeah, so Arrieta, he went 0 for 27 in his first 12 starts and now has 7 hits his last 9.
Playing possum. Just setting him up for the second half push.
Popped up, foul. No play.
And on third, 1 out. Contact is a must, so you got to be willing to shorten up here. A lesson that is preached constantly and seemingly adhered to rarely. So many big league hitters.
I think. Blanco makes a catch. Here comes the throw, and it's offline. Would have been late anyway. Sacrifice fly, Addison Russell.
Well, even as Joe Madden was saying, please don't try for third base. It pays off as Arrieta streaks home on the shallow fly ball. Play the whole game, man. Fly ball turns into an RBI for Russell because of the ability to Arrieta to get to third base.
So 2 innings, 2 runs, and the second's not over yet. Peavy to Fowler.
Well, it would have been a good time to take a pitch. And Arrieta just streaking around the bases, try to buy him a little time. Jake's a tremendously conditioned athlete, but it would be a good idea. If Boy Fowler could have an at-bat this time like he did last time, that would be outstanding. Not to mention a 10 on the slide for Arrieta at home plate.
3-1. Pulled to right. Foul. No argument from Brandon Hyde. Had a pretty good look at it. Call made by Manny Gonzalez.
Oh, so close. Extra bases for Fowler. Last time, great at bat. So Xfinity high-speed action. Just fouling off one pitch after another, really making Peavy work. And what ultimately became a 38-pitch first inning. Aptly named.
Cubs did take a look at the video, decided not to challenge that ball would have landed fair. It was called foul, so the 3-2.
You know, if I were the audio guy here, stadium ops guy, or whoever's in charge of the audio, when there's a ball like that that goes against the Cubs, I'd have that clip of John McEnroe ready, yelling at the linesman.
That ball was clearly on the line.
I don't know if you have to pay McEnroe a royalty for that.
High fly, right field. Pence circling, now coming in. Wynn pushing it back toward home plate. And the inning is over, but the Cubs get another run. Arrieta's triple, sac fly. Russell, 2-0.
Let's go. Low, Serena. Fight, fight. Stay low. Come on, fight. You gotta stay low. Fight, fight.
It took Serena Williams years to master the two-handed backhand.
Let's go.
But only one shot to master the Chase mobile app. Technology designed for you, so you can easily master the way you bank.
Tuesday, it's the dog days of August, and our Cubs are ready to test their bite against the division rival Crew. Flip over for the first pitch and stay with us through the final out. It's Blue versus Brew. Cubs versus Brewers, Tuesday at 7 on CSN. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hey, baby. Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $29.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes 4G LTE.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Good. Nice work.
Your dreams can start off small. As you get older, they grow. They evolve. And get passed along to new dreamers.
Okay, now, Erica.
Your dreams take work, and protecting them takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Welcome back. Fans interact with CSN Chicago during today's game by using the hashtag CubsTalk. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at CSN Cubs.
Adrianza, Peavy, and Aoki. Bunted. And that'll be an infield hit. Perfectly placed. Got to pass the pitcher, past Bryant. Russell was back.
A little push bunt, and a lot of times you talk about a drag bunt where you're trying to make sure the pitcher can't get it out towards second base. Rarely do you see that push bunt out towards the shortstop position. Tony Fernandez, way back in the day, used to do a little slug bunt in that direction. I'm not sure that's exactly where Adrianza was trying to go with that ball, but it looked like it was.
Maybe now a bunting spot. Well, it looked like Corey Kluber had a no-hitter into the 7th, broken up by Joe Mauer. Indians lead the Twins 8-0 in the 7th. That was 2-out single by Joe Mauer. Foul tipped on the bunt, and it's 1-1.
Peavy's always been a good handler of the bat. Help his cause. Challenge to get a bunt down against a guy like Arrieta. I think he'd try to snap off a curveball here. After the throw to first, perhaps. They're crossing me up.
Swings away right to Bryant. Got to wait, though, and they do get the out at second as Coughlin got there right at the last possible moment. So they do force Adrianza. Fielder's choice for Peavy.
Yeah, and they got their guy, but I think the play is the first base here. That's a high-risk play with Chris having to travel that far to get to the bag. And he pulled it off. And Chris is cheating towards first to cover first on a bunt play. So I think that's the wrong play and a really good play at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Could be both. Aoki takes a strike. 3 out of 10 in the set with a home run. Hitting .370 on the road, just .236 at home.
Not a lot of swings and misses with Aoki, one of the toughest guys in the league to strike out.
Oh, that hit him in the helmet, and I hope he's all right. Oh, man.
It's an unsettling feeling for everybody in this ballpark.
It was 92 miles an hour. It probably was a slider.
It's a slider. Cutter, yep. Just trying to throw it in on his hands. And Aoki, very adept at hitting the ball the other way, so you're always mindful of trying to get in on his hands a little bit. Instead of getting on top of it where it would have depth, it just sails up and in. And Aoki, he's not yielding. He's got that big leg kick. He's leaning out, looking to cover the outside part of the plate. Get a reminder every now and then how dangerous this game can be.
A good hand for Aoki. Great to see him walk off under his own power. But he will come out of the game. So we wait for a pinch runner to take over for him. Looks like Angel Pagan is getting ready.
Obviously unsettling for Arrieta, but you have to turn the page.
Blanco will bat. Pagan will probably take over in center, and Blanco will move to left. First and second, one out. Fowler makes the grab, so Blanco lines out, 2 away.
It's at least the third one pitch out recorded by Arrieta here this afternoon. So while Peavy has really labored, the Giant hitters have done Arrieta a little bit of a favor by attacking early. But you can understand it, because if you fall behind Arrieta, your chances are pretty slim. Boy, he's really good at putting guys away when he gets to jump. It's kind of a Zugzwang, really, for the Giant hitters.
It is. You're right. Got that in there 2 straight days. It's a 2-day Zootsfong streak. 1-0 on Duffy. Curve strike. 1-1.
Many different ways to consume a pretzel.
A soft liner caught by Coughlin to end the inning. Giants strand a couple. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still 2-0 Cubs.
Hey neighbor, LED bulbs can last for over 20 years and save hundreds of dollars on your energy bill. So stop by your neighborhood Ace and get a 4-pack of LED bulbs by Fight for only $19.99 after $5 instant savings.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Even the brightest full moon has a dark side. Your job is to find it. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Every auto insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. Those who have served our nation have earned the very best service in return. USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Get a good look. Because this is the last you'll see of the 2015 Nissans.
Now's your final opportunity this summer to get in on the excitement of our 2015 models during Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year-End event. Choose 0% APR for up to 72 months on Altima or the 2015 Nissan Sentra.
And get a good look at the totally redesigned Maxima.
Shop your local Nissan store and choosenissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use Northside Data Strong Fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Yum, yum. Blanco now moves over from center to left to accommodate Pagan. Came in to run for Aoki, and we will give you an update when we get one from the Giants clubhouse on Aoki's status. Schwarber, Coughlin, and Rizzo. As is always the case, we are keeping an eye on the other games, particularly those that affect the Cubs. The Pirates hosting the Dodgers tonight. Alex Wood and Charlie Morton. The matchup in that one, the Pirates are going for the sweep. Andrew McCutchen has reached base in 14 of his last 18 plate appearances. Meantime, in Milwaukee, the Brewers have ended the Cardinals' 38-inning scoreless streak, 3 runs in the 3rd. Elian Herrera and Chris Davis with home runs off John Lackey. So it's 3-0 Brewers in the top of the 5th, and we'll see Craig Counsell's team here Tuesday night. Despite the Cubs' 9 out of 10 They're still 9.5 games behind the Cardinals and the 3.5 back of the Pirates. So 3 of the hottest teams around all reside in the National League Central.
Yeah, both the Cardinals and the Pirates have won 7 out of 10. 4 in a row for the Cardinals, 3 in a row for Pittsburgh now.
That's where that extra wild card comes in handy. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Number 3 for Peavy, but it is taking him a ton of pitches even when he gets guys out here early on. He is going to need a 7 or 8 pitch inning here along the way to get deep into this game.
Yeah, and it's hard to find it in the Cub lineup because they have so many patient hitters.
Strike on Coughlin. We'll see the Giants again just a couple of weeks down the road in San Francisco, August 25th through the 27th.
A lot of pitching coaches preach throw strikes on 2 of the first 3 pitches you throw. Through strike 1, breaking ball out of the zone. Finds the zone there, but Coughlin lays off.
Well, listen closely, you can hear Jake grunt with most of his pitches.
Yeah, you got to make sure if you're going to be a grunter, you got to grunt on all of them. You don't want to just grunt on the heater. Nolan was a grunter. Rick Aguilera used to exhale real loudly like a whale with blowhole.
So you're looking at Posey's signs trying to figure out what they are. When he gives the 2, it looks like that's the cutter. But the 2, when he wiggles the fingers, that's the curve. Should be a cutter.
Cutter in. Didn't get it there. You know the guy's got a lot of pitches when the catcher has to do variations on the 2. And backed up a little bit. A little cement mixer cutter. The Cubs would be in first place in the East. They would be just behind the Dodgers in the West.
They'll be leading the American League West. They'll be tied for the American League East lead.
Yeah, Yankees currently lead that division, but the Blue Jays are rolling. They've won 7 in a row. They've closed to within 2.5 of the Yankees.
And they're leading again today 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Jays over the Yanks. Boy, Posey had that look like I don't know what to call. So he's going to go out and they'll talk it over. Curveball's popped in the left. Blanco is there. 2 down. Rizzo, he singled in the first inning. Mets last night saw their 7-game win streak come to an end. A 5-4 loss at Tampa Bay, then trailing late 4-3 in the 8th today. Game and a half lead over the Nationals. In the NL East, the Nationals are down 4-3 to the Rockies in the bottom of the 6th. Good night for Steven Strasburg last night. 12 punch-outs in his return from the DL. And a 6-1 win.
Yeah, 3 knocks, too. I bet you he was the first star selection. Got to go out and skate around the on-deck circle.
Johan Flande got knocked out in the 5th. In that one, Max Scherzer has gone the distance, 10 strikeouts, but currently trailing. Two strikes on Rizzo. Tap foul. Hunter Pence, just, you know, some guys they'll stand there with their hands on their hips. He is incapable of standing still.
Perpetual
motion.
motion.
That's it right there. That's the most you'll ever see him without moving. Here he goes. Step to the left, step to the right, step back.
He just wants to be ready to move. He won't get locked in.
It's always good to have that step meter, right?
Yeah, you should be wearing a Fitbit out there.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How'd you do today? Well, I went 0 for 4, but I got my steps in.
I got my 10 miles in.
I buzzed in the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Cubs go in order. But again, it required some work on Peavy's behalf. 2-0 for the home team after 3.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Flashlight.
Air horn. Go.
Jack Link's, feed your wild side.
Bass Pro Shops is the place for huge savings during our biggest archery sale ever. Now save up to an extra $100 on a new bow or crossbow when you trade one in. Plus, save even more when you make your purchase with the Bass Pro Shops MasterCard.
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Drive a new 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough, for just $249 a month. See your local Ford dealer today.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
May 30th, 2008. Cubs, Colorado. We were behind big time at 8-0, and then it was 9-1. Even at 9-4,
now 9-4.
I was starting to give up hope. Then Jimmy Edmonds with 2 aboard. Bam! And then Mark DeRosa. Are you flat out kidding me? I mean, touch them all. 10-9 Cubs. I mean, it was amazing. Amazing. It was amazing. But that's why I'm all in for my Cubs. What a year. What a game.
Follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider all season long on Comcast Sportsnet, brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Giants batting in the 4th inning. Ball 1 on Buster Posey. Pence and Belt to follow. Comebacker over the plate, 1-1. Two-seamer, sinker, swing back fastball, all different monikers. That's the curve.
And a lot of guys will call their two-seam fastball a sinker, but when you watch it, it doesn't really sink. It has a pretty good run, but it's not really a sinker. One of the things that has made Arrieta so tough, he's a power guy, gets a lot of strikeouts, but he also gets a lot of ground ball outs. So whatever you need, he's got the pitches to make it happen. Man on base looking for 2. He can induce that ground ball, need a big punch out. He can get the swing and miss. Jake, 26 and 13 as a Cub with a 2.68 ERA.
Ball 4. That's a leadoff walk. First one issued. Well, the Cubs, with 4 games against the Giants, the schedule worked out. They did not have to face their ace, Madison Bumgarner. You see his work on Wednesday, and his next turn through the rotation, they're going to need more innings out of him because of all the bullpen they've had to use this weekend.
They're off tomorrow as well.
That helps them a lot.
Yeah, what a good time for their club. They're in a real tough stretch of the schedule. A couple with Houston when they get back home, followed by 4 with the Nationals, then off to St. Louis and Pittsburgh before returning home for the Cubs. After that, 3 with the Cardinals, 3 with the Dodgers.
It's not an easy schedule at all. 1 strike to Pence. The pitch way outside.
But if they do a lot of winning in that stretch, they'll enhance their chances of getting a good bowl game.
Strength of schedule.
And it's been a tough go, and it's been a kind of a funky team this year. Rattle off 5-6 wins in a row, and a couple weeks later they'll drop 5 or 6 in a row.